Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another episode of Tea Cozy Chats.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you've been following along with us, you'll know that for the last 2 months we've been kind of moving into multi-fandom. Originally we just really knew mostly about BTS. And for the last 2 months we've been kind of checking out other groups and artists like Dreamcatcher, CLC, Taemin, Super M, Ateez, Card, Stray Kids, Chungha. We've checked out quite a lot.
Yeah.
So
now that you mention it.
yeah, now that you list them out, it's quite a bit. But yeah, we wanted to share a couple of insights into going from like a single fandom into multi-fandom and what impact that has on, one, our consumption of K-pop, and two, our life. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So let's just start with the first biggest change. Then the first change is we are really busy. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is an all year round thing, or if this is like an October thing, but oh my gosh. So we basically decided to start a multi-fandom journey right as Dynamite hit with BTS. So it was already a busy period for BTS. You had all those performances.
Yeah.
They had their week on Jimmy Fallon. Sorry. Gotta get the right Jimmy Fallon. They were dropping, like they were popping up. Oh yeah, they dropped In the Soup, and of course we were watching along with that. Those were, between that, like the episode and the behind the scenes, a good hour and a half worth of that per week. They were going crazy with Bangtan Bombs. And on top of that, we were starting to get into other groups. And we got into the other groups like DC and CLC just after their comeback. So we didn't have to go through that craziness. But as we head into October, there was Map of the Soul 1, the BTS concert. Now we're heading into KCON.
This weekend, yeah.
So we're getting up at 6 a.m. On Saturday and Sunday this week. And next week, because we're checking out the groups that we now know that are at KCON. We've signed up for the Dreamcatcher concert, which is in November. We've got the BTS album coming up. Yeah. And, it's K-pop. Groups are do unexpected stuff. Their performance is popping up left, right, and center. Our schedule is full. It's a
very, very full.
And just keeping on top of who's doing what and when. And we haven't even ventured that far into multi-fandom, right?
No.
Like, all I can say is, thank God for Reddit. Anyone who's like helping to maintain the K-pop subreddit, like... Oh, and CL is doing comeback next week.
True.
That was announced today. Today is Friday, in case any of you are wondering. But yeah,
it's also because we're discovering new groups. It's not just looking at the new things they're putting out. It's diving back into time.
You gotta get to know
checking
the
out
music.
the history. And
then of course we're tempted to find out more about the members and the history of the group. And
it is.
We're loving it. But it's been a busy, especially October. October's been really crazy, right?
And what fills your schedule also fills your wallet, right? Or no, takes away from your wallet.
Oh, yes. Because when you start getting into a group, you want to support them. Or you want to...
check out their concerts and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So when BTS announced Map of the Soul 1... we went to both nights. One night wasn't enough. And as soon as Dreamcatcher announced they were going to have their concert, we straight away bought a ticket because it's our first time checking them out. It's going to be OT7. And then even KCON is, it's not expensive, but you're dropping a little $20 here, a little $20 there for In the Soup. And it's adding up.
The thing about virtual concerts, I guess, is like a lot of fans who wouldn't normally be able to attend concerts and stuff will get to. So
it's to be fair, none of the content or concerts that we've seen so far have been crazy expensive. Like BTS was like $40. Dreamcatchers is like $20, and
there's tiers. Like if you want more swag or whatever, but.
But
just to see it,
the concert,
it's pretty affordable.
Like if we were going in real life, obviously we would love the real life experience, but if we can't have that, and the pricing has been quite reasonable, I think, right? And much more accessible to new fans. So it'll be interesting to see if virtual concerts become kind of a thing going forward. Like not a full-time thing. Of course, I hope they do real life stuff too, but like just to kind of make stuff a little bit more accessible. So most of our investment is in going to the virtual stuff or like digital related content. But yeah, I can imagine if you were a fan that loved to collect stuff, being a multi-fan would be dangerous, because if you want to buy all the versions of albums or new merch that comes out,
and there's so much, like
there's a lot.
And it's all so cute and stuff. Like we're all, like when you're on what do you call it, scrolling through like all the BTS merch, and it's like, oh wow,
all
that's
that
so
tiny
cute.
tan stuff.
Tiny tans.
I'm like, I need this, but it's okay. Well, number one, it sells out fast, so I don't even have the opportunity to think like, you know what, I will buy this. But yeah, I mean, I can see how. Yeah, it's easy to spend $10 here, $30 here, and next thing is you've spent a lot. So yeah, that's another, not drawback, but another point to multi-fandom to consider if you're going down that path.
Yeah.
And then there's also loyalties. Like, we're already stressed about the next time a comeback happens for two groups at the same time.
Well, we realized this when we were watching the mirror guide for Dreamcatcher, and how they've been like, you know, screwed over in terms of like wins and stuff. And one time they were facing off against Everglow and CLC, and CLC is a group like that we're
like
checking
well,
out, right?
So it's like
CLC, in that situation, if it came up in the future, what would we do? Or like actually the whole BTS thing too, like during when we were watching, they were saying that when Dreamcatcher released a single and then Fake Love came out, and then it's just like, oh, there's no chance.
We were like, oh, BTS, like really? But because like at that time we were really like, come on Dreamcatcher, get that win when watching the video. But then realistically, looking back on it, when Fake Love actually came out, we would have been like, Fake Love, because like we love BTS as well. So now we're wondering, like, if our favorite groups have comebacks around the same time, like, who are we? Where do our loyalties lie? Like, obviously we'll support both groups, but like,
Well, it also just means that if any of them win, we'd just be happy. But I feel like we probably root for like the underdog or like
That's true.
So if Dreamcatcher is trying to trying to get their first win or something, then
against,
it's like ooh.
like BTS,
like anyone, I guess. Well, it depends, right?
Yeah.
If they all have wins already.
That's true. Oh, well, of course. I mean, it depends. Also, of course, we're not so unobjective that we won't root for the better song, for example. But it does bring up that question. Where do our loyalties lie when it comes to a situation like that, right?
Well, in our hearts, they're all winners.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure they really appreciate that sentiment, but they're like, they want the win. They want the money in their pocket. So yeah, that's one of the other questions. And then the final point we want to touch on is our playlist is getting really big.
Ooh, yeah. And all these songs that are just like they're so catchy, like they're the type of songs that you'll just play over and over again. But like in the past, you know, when you have a song like that, you play it and then like it just gets played over and over again for a few weeks, and then it goes out of the rotation. But with all of the songs we're going through, like our playlist is so big, and we're like, it actually keeps it fresh.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it takes so long to get back around to a song. Yeah. You're almost like, wait, oh, this song. It's like so like the more we discover like about the groups we're currently checking into, and we're adding songs into our playlist, it's almost like we rediscover the same songs over and over again because our playlist has gotten so long, right?
So that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It keeps it fun. But but it also means that when you do have an extra favorite song, it doesn't come up as much as you might want. So those are the four things we wanted to touch on. And those so far for the last 2 months, those have been the things we've noticed the most, right?
Yeah.
Anything else come on your radar?
Not really.
No.
I think in terms of our journey, I think having a YouTube channel also makes it makes our consumption of it more sustainable, because like if we didn't have to like do reactions, I think we might just binge everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, the temptation just to sit there for a couple of days and just like watch YouTube video after YouTube video.
But because we have to,
But because we want to share our
yeah.
journey, we're pacing it, which is both like really fun because we get to like interact with you guys in the comments and like kind of learn everything as we go and kind of explore it in a really like fun, structured way. But then at other times it's like, oh, I just really want to watch this already. And it's like, no, restraint, Stacey, restraint.
It's like, yeah, exactly. Like even like when we're just watching like YouTube keeps recommending certain videos, and we know so like people have requested like if you're like diving into Ateez or you're diving into like Dreamcatcher, it's like these videos popping up and you're like, oh, I can't watch that yet.
It's like it's just there, it's taunting you, and you're just like, no, I can't.
That's for next week.
I promised I wouldn't. So it's true. On one hand, it's really good because binging, it takes a lot of time, but on the other hand, it's like I just really want to. So anyway, so this has been our episode of Tea Cozy Chats, where we just ramble on for 10 minutes. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for sticking around. And if you're a multi-fan, let us know what your thoughts are. Do you agree? Is there something that we've overlooked? Is there something on the horizon that we should be aware of as multi-fans? What could it be?
Wait,
very
do you
dramatic.
know?
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
I was like, are you gonna tell me?
No, I'm not like saving something for next week. Like a cliffhanger ending to keep people hooked. Anyway, so Anyway, guys, so that is our episode of Tea Cozy Chats. If you enjoy K-pop related content and for whatever reason you're not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button. And until tomorrow.
Next time. We'll see it when we see it.
Which is daily. Anyway, guys.
Bye.